Go!
Okay. Well, it probably started 3 months ago now, when I started coming to Church with Ben.
Palm Sunday. It was.
It was Palm Sunday. It was.
It was the first one.
Yes, Ben.
So why did you go?
Because I'd promised to go to church quite a lot.
Once.
So you've been nagging for some while.
But then I'd come to church, like on
Midnight Mass.
midnight mass, and I was a bit late, and I could
Got
hear them.
scared,
I could
didn't
hear
wanna
them
go
all
in.
inside. I was like, "Not happening. I'm not walking in late."
You were late on Palm Sunday as well. But this time I waited for him outside so he had no excuses.
And then I got dragged in.
Yeah.
Was that first as well?
The first Saturday, yeah.
And first that night, in which I went to, and had all the normal first stuff. And then the reflection time, Ben wandered off, people wandered off, left me alone. Kind of sat there a bit, oh God. Kind of feel you there. And apparently Adrian had a feeling to come and talk to me, but he ignored it. And then Susie went up to him and said, "I think you need to go talk to Ben." So I went, "Yeah, all right then." So then we had a little chat about where I was, a little bit, and then we went out for coffee a few weeks later. And then it was...
After you missed it a couple of times, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, okay. I did sleep
Kept
in
forgetting.
during one of the meetings, and he was at Costa for about an hour until he finally got Wi-Fi and texted me, and I was like, "Oh, no, I'm not there." "I know, I'm here." I did eventually get there. We had a lovely meeting. We got to know each other a bit better, which was quite nice. Each other's backgrounds, godly stuff. Then it was the second thirst. Kind of same thing happened, but I felt God a bit more, and I felt him go, "So you need to go talk to Adrian again." So when I went to go talk to Adrian, he said, "Before we start, go get a piece of paper and a pen from the front, and go write down all the things you're feeling, you think God's telling you, what you want, or God wants." So I doodled on this page for like 15 minutes, and then I showed him, and we kind of discussed what each bit meant. And then he suggested that it was time for me to give myself to God, which I agreed to. So we did that bit, and then he said, "I don't want to freak you out, this is a bit soon, but I feel that God is telling me that you need to get baptised." So I was like, "Yeah, all right." "Yeah, okay, yeah, I like that idea too." So we finished that up, and then I went to go speak to Ben, and he told me, it was before I even told you, wasn't it? Or was it just afterwards?
I think it was before, yeah.
Before I even told him about anything to do with baptism, he went, "I was talking to Mum earlier and she'd really love to baptise you." I was like, "Okay then, yeah, you know what you're doing." So then that evening we went...
10th of May.
10th of May.
10th of May.
10th of May. I dropped them all home, and then I came in and chatted to Alison about getting baptised. And then it wasn't that day, was it, that we set the date?
Oh, yeah, it might have been.
It might have been that day that we set
Yeah,
the date, which
I
was
think
2
it
months
was.
away.
Yeah, it was 2
And
months.
I was like, "Oh, 2 months. Gosh, that's ages." And now it's already happened. And it's all so quick. And it's all good. And now I'm a Christian.
Hey.
When you say you felt God, what was that? How was that different to anything you'd had before?
What do you mean?
Well, you said,
How did you
something
know it
like,
was God?
You felt God telling you something, or you felt that He was with you, or I can't remember the words, but
I felt a need to do something which was beyond my own, like, pushing. It was like, you kind of really have to do this. Not a, "Oh, I want to do that." A real, go on.
yeah, I kind of think it's like functions plus.
Yes. Yeah.
It must be some difficult questions, sure.
Did you, beforehand, did you think God existed?
Yes.
Or,
I didn't think he was a good guy. I struggled with that. I thought it was like a kid with a magnifying glass.
How's your view of God changed then?
He's not a kid with a magnifying glass. He's a good guy now.
We were talking about what Stephen Fry said,
Yeah.
you know, about, and you were saying that at that time that's how you
Yeah.
felt about God. Yeah.
That was before we went in, wasn't it?
Mm.
Or was it? Yeah.
That was we had a chat in the car before you came to church or anything, and
Yeah.
that was where you were at. And you didn't, I think you didn't believe in Jesus. You just believed there was God, but you said that
Yeah.
you didn't think Jesus existed. Yeah.
So, sorry, I think it's lovely then. Can I ask you, did you feel very strongly that you should ask Ben to church, or was it just something that you just did?
I can't really remember. I don't know. I'd asked you, a couple of times before, and then we got to the stage where Ben basically said, "I will come to one." So we had that agreement, and it was just when that was going to happen, and I was letting Ben to decide when that was going to be.
You actually made me promise to come to church and an Arsenal match.
Yes, that was
That
was the
was the deal.
agreement. You do both of those, yeah, and you've done them.
I've done both of
You've
them.
done them more than once now.
I have.
Yeah.
So what changed? Why did your view of God change from the bad guy to the good guy? What made that change?
Just talking and kind of understanding more. Just yeah. You can't rely on God to make everything good. As in everything good, like perfect.
Mm.
So you can't blame him for stuff that we do.
Mm. There's agreement over there.
It's like a little panel.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you finding the Bible? Tried it.
Do you own one yet?
Start of the Bible.
Do you own the Bible yet?
I do.
Mm.
You see it, look. Is that a graphic Bible?
Yeah.
Whatever they call them, graphic Bible.
I've got quite a collection now.
Mm. Yeah, you will.
The Bible.
Wow, really? There's a Magna Bible?
The Bible. And the Bible.
There's also a Street Bible.
And the Bible.
Street Bible.
There is a street Bible where it's all gangster language. I think. So actually, yeah, I'm sure there is.
What does the word Christian mean to you now?
Family. That is family. Yeah. A stupidly big support system.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely, you can get that wherever you go, you can feel sudden connections.
Mm.
Brilliant.
Anyone says they're Christian, you're straight off.
You'll love Soul Survivor.
Yeah, Soul Survivor, yeah.
You can go and be on the team.
Yeah. Very close.
You can do the kids work.
It's George's first one as well. They're a big Christian thing.
Never been to a Christian event.
Yeah. Yeah, Mum.
Well, he's been to church.
And from now on, what do you want to do for God?
Oh.
Very impressive.
How are you going to change things if you are going to now?
Okay. How am I going to change things?
Mm.
I have thought, like when Lads Night In,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Nick,
Oh yeah.
and we had a little discussion. And
Discussion.
I've thought about doing more youth worker stuff, and maybe
Uh-huh.
that's my path, possibly, and that would help
Mm.
quite a bit. With God stuff. I like that stuff.
Have you had many conversations with people who don't believe?
I've started having, well, because of the baptism, my parents have started asking questions.
Good.
Yeah. And they don't really, because they've kind of decided that they've made up their own mind on the situation. So it's kind of talking to a wall, but they still ask the questions. They just don't like the answers. quite funny, really.
There must be something there underneath.
I think they're trying to understand why I'm doing it.
I think it'll be, you just keep answering and sometime the wall might be a little bit less strong. And then that's the
Possibly.
chance.
The battering ram.
In the bathroom now. Can you see any changes in yourself?
I feel happier. And more comfortable.
Because?
Well, one of the things I struggle with is being on my own.
Mm.
And now I'm not on my own. Because you always got God there with you. And, well, like socially, I'm out a lot more with you guys.
Mm.
Doing bits and bobs. That's the big change, I think.
Did you say what you thought about the Bible? I can't remember.
No, I didn't.
What has Ben told you what to read?
No.
He told you where to start?
I've started at
Mark's
Mark.
Gospels, that was
But
the
I really
suggestion.
hate
Because
reading.
it's the short.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was the suggestion, shortest gospel.
There's a David Suchet reads the audio Bible. It's so good.
Yes. David Suchet.
Hercule Poirot reads it. It's actually brilliant.
There's a Samuel Jackson.
Is there really?
There's all sorts of people that have read
I
them.
wouldn't listen to it when you're doing
On
it.
SoundCloud,
We're not allowed to listen to music. I know.
No, no. Yeah. That's the idea behind the graphic Bibles, is because we know you don't like reading so much. That's easier to
I got
plug
that.
in.
Yeah.
And obviously you're very artistic and that sort of thing. So that side of you.
Oh, lovely stuff.